Hey, YouTube, it's been a while. Um, this video has been about 2 months in my head thinking about making it. And I recorded this earlier in the week and I was so emotional that I didn't notice that the frame was right under my chin. So I thought, I've done it once, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to make it better. So here it is. Basically, I've been grieving. I've been dealing with my own trauma from my accident 6 months ago. I'm recovering from that and just having some big realizations that it's life changing, and where do I start? So, my friend Lou passed late last year, cancer. Sucks, really sucks. Seeing someone so amazing just pass like she did, horrific. And it was the first time that I kind of been so close to something like that. Unfortunately, another of my friends, Mel, had passed earlier in the year, and I hadn't got to say goodbye. I hadn't got to see her, and I think that was playing in my mind when I overworked myself, underslept, and tripped over the dog and fell down a flight of stairs. Some of you might know that. Some of you may not know that. So this is what happened to me in July, and at the time I took it a bit light. In reality, I could have died that day. Um, Falling downstairs can be life changing, it can be life ending, and I walked away from it. Fractured hip, fractures on my spine, problem in my shoulder, disco in my neck, head injury, bleed on the brain. 6 months on, I'm getting there slowly. My neck is still a problem, my head, neurology is still not quite right, but I'm working on it, I'm rehabbing really well. And so that is good. And it's got me into this place where I'm now dealing with my emotions rather than trying to run away and hide from it. I'm trying to deal with it for the first time in my 40 or 44 years of life. And something that I've been really struggling with is death and anxiety of death, my own death, death of people around me, and just the horrific realization that there's no control. It just happens. And I'm not okay with that. I'm not ready for that. And I know I have no control over it. It sucks. And I've been really struggling. And I've been doing the best I can to keep everything going. But I can't. I can't, just pretend that I'm not suffering, because I am. I'm not saying this out of any kind of need for sympathy or support or anything. I'm just putting it out there because I'm sure there are other people that are going through the same thing that I am. And so one of the last conversations I had with Lou, who worked tirelessly to have impact on accessibility for blind and visually impaired people, she said to me, when we're talking about my channel and what I was going to do with it this year, she said, my videos are great. They're beautifully put together. They look amazing. And the idea from last year was to help VI and blind people to deal with their sight loss journey. And that's still really important to me. However, I feel like I need to do more. I need to do more with my channel, not only for VI and blind people, but disabled people and just people in general. And what this kind of time in my own life has taught me is that life is so short. There must be people that are dealing with the anxiety around death and grief of losing people close to them, and their own grief for what they're going through. And so it's got me thinking about what Lou said to me, and about my aim for this channel was to build a community. But I just want to build a community that's going to help everybody, not just blind people and visually impaired people. And I hope that makes sense, because I know it's legacy, isn't it? It's what do I want to leave behind when I'm no longer here? I want to help as many people as I can while I've got the opportunity to do it. And I've been so focused on if I become a great inspiration to blind and vision impaired people, it will really help them. And yes, I think it will. But they're not the people that are showing up for me all the time. Sure, they do on certain videos and certain things. But actually, this YouTube channel needs to be about me as a person and about how I thrive in life in spite of my disabilities, in spite of my blindness, my arthritis, my diabetes, old age. I've got so much to give to the world, and I just panic that I'm running out of time to do it. So I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into one thing. I'm going to try to just make this channel about helping everybody because let's face it, we all go through this at some point. I just have suffered a lot of it all in one go. So this is what I'm doing with my channel going forwards. There's still going to be stuff that's going to help VI and blind people, of course, because that's me, that's who I am. But there's also going to be a lot of stuff which is, hey, my name's Rob and I'm dealing with grief. This is how I'm dealing with grief. This is how I'm dealing with the anxiety of death. This is how I'm not dealing with it. This is how I need help, just like everybody else does. And the thing is that if I am just solely focused on one thing, I don't feel like I'm living up to my real potential, which is I just want to help people full stop. No matter where you are, who you are, what you believe, what you don't believe, I just want to help people. And one of the most amazing things, right? I've been listening to music, which is certain frequencies to help with certain things. So you're going to think this is a bit wishy-washy and a bit like, bit new age, but I've been listening to frequencies that help dealing with grief and emotional trauma. And when you listen to these and about healing, when you look at these videos and look in the comments section, all the comments are strangers either telling their story of what they're currently going through and asking for, prayers for the universe, for whatever. But also it's strangers writing really positive, powerful, helpful comments about, if you're reading this, you're great, you're worth it, you can do this, you can carry on. And that's what I want to be involved in. I want a community of people that just want to help people no matter what their disability, where they're coming from, what they're going through. It's like we're all on this planet going through the same stuff. We can just help each other out. And so what I've decided is that yes, there's still going to be my accessible fitness videos. Yes, there's going to be me talking to awesome blind and visually impaired people. Of course, there's going to be lots of that because that's who I am as a person. There's also going to be stuff about my triathlon, my sport, my marathons, my recovery from an injury from my accident. But there's also going to be stuff about what am I going through as a person? Because you know what? It helps me and it might help someone else. And I was really scared about doing a video about grief and the grief I was feeling and the sadness I was feeling and how afraid I am of my own death and of my parents and Lauren and everyone around me. And I was scared to put it up because I thought, if I do a video about that, people are just going to think that, I'm a downer. I'm this and that. I'm, using my channel to be depressive and whatever. And it's like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Because if people think that about what I'm doing, they're missing the point and they're not the people that I'm trying to help. What I'm trying to do and what I hope is coming through this is these types of videos are going to be a way for me to connect with my audience, connect with my people, show people who I am and what I'm dealing with because I'm complex. I deal with a lot of stuff. I'm a very emotional person. I feel a lot from other people. And I just feel I can help. And so there is going to be videos where I'm just literally sitting in my room, sitting somewhere, and I would just talk to the camera about what I've been doing, what I'm wanting to do, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. And you know what? If it helps people, then that's great. And if it doesn't help people, then you don't need to watch or listen to my videos. But I'm not going to be scared about what stuff I put on my YouTube channel anymore, because my legacy when I'm no longer here is I want to help people. And I take that from Lou. I take that from our conversations about she thought that when people get to know the real me, they will want to connect and they will want to be in a community. That was her kind of thought on my channel. And instead of being an actor in my channel, instead of being like the star of the videos, actually making videos where people get to meet the real me, Lou said that was what she felt was the direction to go with my channel. And it's taken me a while. I haven't felt in place where I've had the energy or the oomph to do it. I haven't had the motivation to do it. I haven't had the bandwidth to deal with it. I've been backwards and forwards to hospital. I've been hit by these waves of grief and emotion, and so this is it. This is me coming out and saying, you know what, actually, I'm ready now. I'm ready to create this project. I would love it if you were involved. I would love it if you supported this, if you leave me a comment, if you'd share this so that other people could see it, because that's what it's all about. It's all about sharing it, sticking together and getting through this stuff. Because, I don't know, cliche, but time is a healer. It helps you to deal with stuff. I don't think you ever get over the loss of loved ones. But I think what I needed right in that moment where I was suffering was I needed to know there were other people that had been through it, were going through it, and that we were kind of in it together, you know, because death and grief isn't something that we talk about much. And so I found it so useful talking to people about how I was feeling and the grief that we were going through. I found it really useful. And it's not until you speak to other people about the grief that you're feeling, when they start talking about the grief that they're feeling. And my client Haley is super interesting with this, because it isn't just the anxiety around death, it isn't just the anxiety around losing loved ones. There are so many different types of anxiety and grief, so many things that can cause it, that I just feel like talking about it, explaining why I've been missing from my channel, and explaining why I'm coming back and why things are looking different. I feel like I owe that to my channel, I owe it to myself, I owe it to Lou, and I feel good for it. So I hope you like it. That was Lauren sneezing. Bless you, Lauren. Great, good time. See, this is raw. This isn't edited. This isn't perfection. This is the neighbour banging behind me. This is Lauren sneezing in the background, and hopefully you enjoy it. So thank you for listening to my ramble. I cannot wait to start putting up more of these videos. And I really hope that this has connected with you, helped you. And like I say, I want to build a community. This year is all about building a community. And so comment under the video. Tell me what you're going through. Tell me how you're dealing with stuff. You know, we can help. We can all help each other. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. So this could be the last opportunity I get to do a video. Who knows? That's the whole point of this, is we just don't know when our day is done, when our time is done, when we're taken. And so I'm living every single day from now. That's such a squeaky door handle, babe. Pizza for tea. I've lost my trail of thought. Basically, it's along the line of living every single day like it's my last day on earth. I just appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone watching, everybody liking, commenting, supporting my channel. And you know what? However you can support me, support each other, that's so cool. So thank you. And I can't wait to speak to you again soon.